Take a look. Probe left flank. Attack right flank. Bayonet charge. Let's try that, just to ring the changes. Bayonet charge. Now that's issue an order to 4 or fewer infantry units. They can move freely 2 hexes and still battle in melee, but they may not ranged fire. It's a bayonet charge. So let's go. And all the units can move 2 hexes. 4 units. Wow. Okay. Let's go. Let's see how the Allies get on with this. And it's any 4 units. Unit number 1. Melee. Here goes. And it's a melee uphill, admittedly. So, let's put that card over there, actually. 4 blocks. That's 4 dice, but they're uphill. So it's reduced to 3 dice. Okay, melee, charge. Oh, okay. Not bad. 2 hits and a retreat. So let's take the 2 hits. And do we retreat? No. Because the officer's there, he steadied them. Because now they're going to battle back. And they battle back with 2 blocks plus the French 1. 3 blocks. Battle back with 3 die. They're holding the ground. Oh! And that was worth doing because they got 2 hits. Kaboom! That was bloody for both sides. Stood the ground. So that was just 1 melee. We can do, remember, 4. Here's another. In the centre. The Portuguese will attack this line unit here. And they will use just 4 melee dice. Here we go. Charge. 2. 2 kills. No retreats. So the French are still there. They'll battle back. 2 blocks. Plus 1 being French. 3 die. And they battle back. Oh, 3 kills, 2 melee kills, and an infantry symbol. That is devastating. Told you. The French do amazingly well in melee. I can do 2 more. It'll be these light infantry who've come out of the woods. Melee. 3 dice. They got them in the flank in reality. Oh! Nothing. No hits. But 2 retreat symbols. You don't take any notice of terrain with retreat, and it's got to be straight back towards your own lines. 1, 2. So there's no battling back. Will the Portuguese follow up? No. They'll stay where they are. So that's 3. There's 1 more melee we can do. Now, where will it be? I think 1, 2. 1, 2. Yep. Okay, that'll do. Melee. 4 dice. -1 for uphill, so that's 3. Here we go. Charge. Come on, the Portuguese. Oh, not bad. considering 1 melee kill, 2 retreats. There's the 1 kill. Now, the leader can prevent one of those retreats, but not both. So they will retreat 1. Like so. Will the yes, Portugal will take ground. And that's the 4. What? A lot of movement along the battlefield with some unusual results, plenty of battling back. So that was quite a good round. And now the French response. Let's take a look. Attack left flank, assault centre or scout centre. Nothing on the right. Well, it won't be scout centre. Could be assault centre. But with what? It's going to have to be attack left flank. Oh, there we go. Okay, over here. With up to 3 units. First of all, these guys here, now that the Portuguese have appeared on the crest, are going to fire, standing fire. That'll be 2 dice. Fire! Fire! 1 hit. It was worth doing. So that was 1 of our 3 units. Thin them out a bit. And what's going to happen now? The light cavalry will attack them in the flank. I now have a choice. So here's the Portuguese attacked in flank by the light cavalry. And the choice they have is, do they form square? Yes. We form square. Like so. I'm just going to put that little marker there. Do we see it? There. On top of them. So remind us that they form square. Now, in the 2-player game, when you're using all the cards, each square that you form, you reduce your hand by 1 card. Obviously, we're not doing that with the power of 3. Form square. So the first thing is, the square gets to fire at the attacking cavalry. Do you get it? But with just 1 die. So here goes. 1 die. No good. It's an infantry result. We would have needed a sabre result, a cavalry result, a retreat result. Anything like that would be fine. Now the cavalry are going to have a hard time against the square. So now the light cavalry attempt to make their attack. And again, because the infantry are in square, they're not getting all these dice. They get 1 dice because they're so ineffective against an infantry square. So here they go with their 1 dice. Oh! They get 1 kill. And the battle continues. These have already had their go. So that's 2 units with 1 possibility left. I think, because there's the dividing line, you see. So I think this cavalry unit, heavy cavalry, will move here. More dramatic action over here on the French left. A terrible, terrible thing just happened. You'll notice a difference here in this quadrant of the map. Things have moved. And that's because I played an entire move of the game for the Portuguese and various events happened. only to find out later that my camera had switched itself off. It had timed out and switched itself off. So the map here has completely changed and you haven't seen it. I thought of various things. Can I take all the moves back? Decided no, I can't. So all I can do is give you an after action report to let you know what happened in this quadrant. So it's here where it all happened. As you can imagine, I was devastated. We've had a battle go on here between the light infantry and the militia on the ridge. You can see both of the Portuguese cavalry units, the light and the heavy, have now moved up into the stream. And probably the biggest change was, you'll remember, the French heavy cavalry had moved up to this position here. This one. But they're not there anymore, because this big unit of line infantry with an officer moved up to melee them. Now, when cavalry get meleeed by infantry, the cavalry can decide to retire and reform instead of meleeing. And that's what they did. The heavy cavalry chose to retire 2 spaces into the village and reform. But in doing so, during that turnabout and retreat, they lost one of their number, and this line infantry unit moved up to take ground. So quite a lot that's happened then. This unit has moved forward. The cavalry have moved into the stream. This unit of light infantry have pushed back the heavy cavalry that retired. And hopefully I've captured everything, although I'm not 100% sure. So if any more changes, forgive me, but I think you're more or less up to date now. So after that devastating electronic mishap, we're back to the battle. Come on. Now, where are we in the battle? We have the French with 3 victory banners and the Allies with 2. My scenery's getting knocked about again. So, let's take a French turn. We are assault centre forward and fire and hold. Good grief. Do you know? Oh, it's got to be forward. Ordering 2 units in each of the 3 wings. Just what we need right now. Okay, so 2 units here on the left flank. One of them will be this unit of line infantry to move that way, because what I'm doing now, look what's happened. If I'm not careful, this unit is trapped. It's becoming dangerous for these light cavalry, which are fairly blown now against the infantry square, but in danger of being taken in the flank. So I've made an escape route for the light cavalry. So movement number 2 on this flank is to retire my cavalry. Going to the centre, this line unit is going to move back to the crest. And for my second unit in the centre, it'll be the militia, who, this unit is still in square, are going to melee and use 3 dice. They don't get the additional one because they're militia. And when they do melee, they don't get the cross swords. But let's go anyway. 3 dice. Come on, militia. You did okay last time. Let's do this. Oh, okay. They got a kill and a retreat. Now, a unit in square can't retreat because it can't move. We haven't had a chance yet to reorganise out of square. So this is what happens. 1 kill. And because the other one cannot retreat, it has to take it as a loss. As we thought, that square has been devastated. Each time I've followed up a melee to take ground, here and here, I've exposed the unit in an isolated position and they've been destroyed. And the French, because they've destroyed another unit, get yet another battle flag, victory banner. They are now on 4 of 6 to the Allies 2. Now, we can move 2 units or order 2 units on this side. Oh no. And I think we're going to use combined arms, artillery and these light infantry. So it'll be a combined arms attack on this unit here. In case you're wondering, just like before, I think it was here, the artillery do have a clear view of this hex. Okay? Because this hill only runs down one side. So according to the rules, they are visible to the artillery unit at 2 squares distance. The French light infantry get 2 die. They don't get a third because they're light infantry. I may have made that mistake before. All the French heavy infantry, the guards, the line infantry get that extra melee dice. But the militia don't and light infantry don't. Just in case I may have made that error before in the last video. Anyhow, if that's the case, I'm correcting it now. They get 2 dice. And the artillery get 3 dice. So a total of 5 dice. And because it's combined arms, the artillery too also get the melee dice, the cross swords. This could be devastating on this one. 5 dice. Charge and kaboom! Oh, no, not particularly brilliant. 1 hit and 1 retreat. So 1 hit and 1 retreat. Here endeth the French move. 4 victory banners. Allied turn. Okay, probe left flank with 2 units, flank attack, 2 units on each flank, or probe centre, it's going to be flank attack. Okay, that's a no-brainer. First of all, let's do the 2 units over this side. Horse artillery, they're limbered up, 1, 2. Off to this position here, and this line unit into the woods, like so. We're close to gaining this village here for a victory banner. Come across to this flank, the light cavalry, 1, 2, to protect the flank of this unit here, and for a second order this unit is going to, because it has a view, look, open fire on the militia with 4 dice. Steady, steady, fire. 2 hits. There we go. And now a much reduced militia unit there. Good move for the Allies. And now the French. Assault centre, attack centre, or attack left flank. Okay, we've got nothing on the right, so it's either centre or left flank. Centre. We're going centre. Assault centre, we could have, because it's assault, which means it's the amount of initial cards that the scenario set up in our hand, which would have been 5. So we can order up to 5 units. Let's take a look. Okay, this line unit here. Will move and battle. This unit here, it's a line unit, so it does get the extra die. So 3 blocks becomes 4 against this unit here. Charge! One of them has got to be re-rolled. It was on its corner. Wow, oh dear, look at that. You've got to see it to believe it. 2 infantry hits, a melee hit, 3 kills. Devastated. They are not going to follow up. And it's another victory banner. The French are on 5 victory banners. They need 1 more. Is it a final throw of the dice? The militia, the brave militia, have to melee the light infantry here. And again, the militia, they don't get the extra die. So it's just 3 dice. And they don't get the cross swords melee die either, despite the fact that they're in melee. But let's go. So only infantry symbols will do in this melee. No way, look how we're rolling. 2 blue infantry symbols. Here. Gone. And the French get a final 6th victory banner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a French win. What a battle. combat at Aire 1814, rarely videoed, and yet it's turned out this fairly small meeting of these forces to have been really dramatic. I hope you agree, full of incident. And thank you for watching what has been quite a lengthy playthrough. I hope it's been entertaining. That's how it's been meant. Thank you again. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.